Say hi.
Hi.
What is that, Penny? What is that? What?
You want it, but you can't. You can't have it. You're gonna make a mess. No, no, no. Oh.
Okay. Mmm, it's cold, isn't it? Give me a smile.
Oh, look at that little smile.
Can I have a kiss?
Oh, you did it. What's going on, boys and girls? Rip Trippers back at you again with another Friday fishing segment. Unfortunately, oh man, the weather in North Carolina, if you live in the Piedmont area, the middle of the state of North Carolina, you know that the weather has been shat for like the last week and a half. So Monday came around, a big cold front came through and it got down to like 45 degrees. On Monday I went fishing and it was like horrible. It was like 50 degrees. I mean, there was no bite. Tuesday it was like the same temperature, no bite. Then it started raining and then it just kept raining and raining and raining every day and it stayed cool. That cool front or cold front came through and just like sat over us for like a whole week, and it's still lingering around. And I went today this morning because I wanted to get something up for you guys, and it was shad, man. I didn't even get a nibble, not even a nibble. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about all the lures that I've been using, the lures that work for me, and then at the end I've got one fishing segment where I caught a few bass last week that I just did not include in the last video at that pond that had the monsters. I caught like, let's see, a 3.5 pounder, a 3 pounder, and man, I think my boy he missed a fish or something like that. Or no, I missed a toad. I missed a big old pig. So yeah, I'll include that at the end of this video. That way you can see some fishing, because it was, man, I was just disappointed this week. But you know what? That's fishing for you. But anyways, here's the stuff that I really like using. Are you ready? So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and start with top water because I love top water. Now, I haven't done any top water videos for you. Actually, I have a clip. That I am gonna include at the end of this video. I was using a hula popper. It's made by this company, Heddon. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, the hula popper. I gotta post a video at the end of this segment where I caught a nice 2.5 pound, 2.5 pound bass. But I love freaking top water, man. The blow ups you get off that, whether you're using a frog, whether you're using a hula popper, whether you're using freaking, what is this? The Zara Spook. This is another good one. Yeah, the Zara Spooks is probably my favorite one out of all the top water, other than the frog. Frogs are badass to use. But the Zara Spook, I've also got a black one. Then these are the large ones. The thing that I love about these is you get some crazy reaction blow ups. The action you get off this is it's just zigzag, and that's what you're going for with that Zara Spook. And like I said, you get that reaction blow up because they're just like, what the hell? And the funny thing is that really no other injured live bait is gonna have action like this, not that I've seen. And so yeah, that's the first top water lure that I like to use. Now the second one is the hula popper. The next one is this frog, man. This is by Elite. Now a lot of people that are just getting into bass fishing, you know, they get attracted to all these colors. Really, the top does not matter because that's not what the bass is gonna see. What the bass is gonna see is obviously gonna be all this going on in the back, but the belly's the big one. What I love about these frogs, I like how the hooks are embedded. They're not embedded, but they're tucked away. They're tucked over the top. See this? So you can throw this in the freaking trees and it's not gonna get snagged. And that's what I love about it. And there's a guy on YouTube, check him out. He does crazy top water frog stuff. And his name is Bama Bass. And he tosses that shit into freaking trees all day long. He'll toss it into a tree, slowly let it drop so it's hanging over a limb, right? And it's over the water. Here's the water, right? He just bounces it. And then these monster bass just come up and just whoosh. His videos, Bama Bass, go watch him. I'll post a link in the description. He's kick-ass. His stuff is fantastic. So the next two lures that I've used that I've had major success with at some point are these suspending jerkbaits. The soft suspending jerkbaits, these are the Storm Suspending Walleye Swim Shad. Okay, you got the lighter one and then you got the darker one. The darker one's larger. The darker one's got the hook that runs up through the back and the treble hook at the base or the belly. And then you get the lighter one, which is smaller, which only has the treble hook at the belly. Check that out. Woo! And it's got a little rattle there going on. The bass freaking love these things. So the next lure that I've had some success with is this square bill crankbait. Now the reason why I like this is because I pond hop. I'm not really out on lakes most of the time, and most of these ponds are gonna be a lot shallower, more shallow than the lakes out there. So with a square bill, it dives down like 2 to 5 feet or 2 to 4 feet. It's diving down, it's woo, rattle, 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 rattle. Hear that? And this is what it looks like. And when choosing this, you gotta choose the color, the right color. Now, the reason why I chose this, I got a little bit of chartreuse in the middle. I got the red eye, and then at the base, I got the orange, reddish belly, and at the top, it's bluish green going on. This is like an all-purpose crankbait, square bill crankbait. So the next lure is one of my favorites, man, especially if I'm out on lakes, if I'm hitting up rocky structure areas, rocky banks, if I'm hitting up docks, you know, oh my gosh, this thing right here, it is the Black and Blue Swim Jig. The Black and Blue Swim Jig. Now, I can't remember exactly which one this this is. This is actually a gift from a buddy of mine, Gordo, if you're watching. Thank you so much. You actually turned me on to this jig. I don't know which one this is, but the older swim jigs or the other swim jigs that I used to buy did not have this little contraption. It's got this little, it's got that rattle contraption. So every time that you twitch it, hear that? It's supposed to mimic a crawfish. And the black and blue, I don't know what it is with the black and blue, but they kill it, man. The bass kill it. Pretty much everywhere I've gone that's got like a rocky structure, rocky bank area. And the trailer that I like to use for the black and blue jig is this Zoom Sapphire Blue twin tail trailer. This is the large one. Actually, the mini one works better, but the large one also works. Next on the list is this chatterbait. And the reason why chatterbait is so effective is because you can cover a lot of water really fast, and you can work it like a jig if you want. Next on the list is this Lunker City Slug Go, 6-inch Slug Go. Now, 10 years ago when I first started bass fishing, people were eating these things up, man. The bass were eating them up. People were buying them up. Nowadays, I don't see many fishermen using these, but I tell you what, these are effective and they kick ass. And this is what it looks like. I hook this thing weightless Texas rig style, and I toss it in, and it will sink a little bit. It'll sink, and once it sinks, okay, you just give it a little twitch, give it a little twitch, reel it in, give it a little twitch, and what this does is, it just, the action you get off this is like, and those bass that go nuts over these things. Next on the list is a Zoom Baby Brush Hog. Now, if you're an avid bass fisherman, you know not to leave home without these bad boys, either the Brush Hog or the Baby Brush Hog. This is the, what is this? The Green Pumpkin Purple. Next on the list is this Zoom Magnum Pumpkin Lizard, man. The bass eat these things up. They can't stand lizards, can't stand them, okay? And then what I do is I hook this thing Texas rig style with a bullet weight, and I dip it in some garlic, okay, chartreuse, and I'll tell you, these things kick ass. And last but not least, when all else fails, I go to my Senko, the Gary Yamamoto Senko, preferably green pumpkin with red and black flake. That's what's been killing it for me lately. You know, I hook in wacky, Texas rig. Usually, you're gonna get a bite with these. So that right there, boys and girls, are the lures that work for me. They're the ones that have been tried and true that I've caught numerous amounts of bass with. You know what? Now I'm gonna go ahead and take you to the segment that I did not include in last week's segment. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take you over there right now, then we'll come back and wrap this sucker up. There we go. Yeah, buddy. First fish of the day. It's a nice one. I'd say about 2.5. Yeah, about 2.5. Attaboy. There we go. There she is right there. Definitely a good, this is 2 pounds on the dot. I'd say 2 pounds on the freaking dot, yeah. Go let her go, go let her go. Get on out. Uh-oh. Yes. Oh, that was a pig. Oh, I got some. This guy's moving, man. Yeah. That's definitely a 3-pounder right there.
2.5.
Not bad. Nice pretty one. Let him go, kiddo. Oh, I got one. Here we go. Oh, yes. How much you think he weighs? I hooked the shit out of them, didn't I?
Yeah.
They're swallowing it a lot slower than they were 2 weeks ago. I'm guessing 4. 3.5 pounds. That's a nice fish though, man. Let her rock. There's lethargic today. This weather's really f***ed them up. So that right there is the Friday fishing segment. This week's Friday's fishing segment with Rip Trippers. Next week, I'm gonna take Ted, my boy Ted. He was in that last segment you guys just saw. I'm gonna take him out to that same pond. We're gonna get him on a 5, 6, 7, 8 pounder like I did with Gordo. And then I've got some other ponds that I'm gonna take you guys to. We're gonna see if we can pull some more hogs out or pull at least some nice sized bass out. Sound good? Yeah? Again, if you are an avid bass fisherman and you love to vape or you just love to bass fish and you want to see me post more Friday fishing segments, like it down below. Like it and I'll keep posting them. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.